Yes. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to Born Again Breathwork. I'm Susan Norish, and I'll be guiding you in your breath journey today. Breath to me really is, I guess, in a way, personification. But what I mean by that, it's a tangible manifestation of Holy Spirit. It's how I can actually breathe Spirit in and feel Spirit's presence. And anyway, breath work to me is life. Breath is life, and breath work is a way to process many things that we don't understand. It's a way to let go of our understanding and a way to trust in the Lord or in the breath or in spirit with our whole heart. And I mean, our understanding is based on our past. It's based on our experience. And so we develop this thing called understanding, and then we use that to make decisions and make judgments, mostly according to the flesh, um, sometimes to the spirit. It really depends on if you're coming from a place of lack or fear or a place of love. And so breath has been really instrumental in fine-tuning how I view life, view myself, view God, and view others. And I wanted to do a sort of like a just a follow-up session to the last breathwork that I did that I called I Don't Know and I Don't Care. And really it was about being free to be yourself, being like absolutely allowed to follow your bliss. The desires of your heart are put there by God as breadcrumbs for you to continue to follow that path of that desire without needing it to manifest. And that's kind of a paradox, but because if you're coming from a place of love, a place of security in Him, place of knowing who you are, then you can actually let go of your understanding of timing and circumstances and situations and really cleave, lean into the lover of your soul, Christ, Father, Mother God, whatever label you choose, um, cleaving to that knowingness that you can be all that God created you to be without fear. And so that's where I don't know and I don't care came from. But I think for a lot of us who come to this breath work, to this particular breath work, um, we have this guilt and this shame running in the background because we feel that we are somehow rebellious if we're truly ourselves. I think many of us have had heavy-handed caregivers and not just from our childhood and being raised, but also in the church. We've had leaders who, in their more likely than not, their earnest desire to protect us from harmful things have caused us to build walls that we believe protect us, but in actuality, they keep us from the very purpose or the very fulfillment of our lives here on this planet and in our bodies. And they become very scary things. And I wanted to just step back a little bit because there's really a lot that can be said about it, but I wanted to bring to mind the scripture that says to leave your mother and father and cleave to your lover, cleave to the one that you love, cleave to the one. Um, Adam said it, and I think there are other references to it that I can't think of off the top of my head, but you can look them up. Please do. But I, in my experience, have come to realize that my mother and father, yes, my earthly mother and father, or the parents who, the people who raised me, the influences that were strong in my upbringing, they certainly have shaped me and caused me to create an identity of myself, whether it was by their own outward saying, Susan, you're just so stupid. And that was said very often. Or if it was just how I perceived others viewing me, perhaps in my grade 10 English lit presentation, I looked around at the faces watching me and I just couldn't get out of the thought that they all think that I must be stupid and I don't know what I'm saying. And nobody said that to me outwardly, but that certainly had made an impression on my life, and it was a trajectory that really propelled me to dig deeper into God. Why do you love me if I'm this stupid? And that's just one example. And I say that because it seems to be something that we kind of share. Many of us, not all of us, but many of us share that kind of weakness. And it was always perplexing to me that God chose the weak and the foolish things to shame and confound the wise and the strong, because as much as I tried to be strong and even in my weakness, I just couldn't find a reason for why he would love me until I began to essentially question what I was being taught in church, taught by my leaders. And in a way, this too was leaving my mother and my father. Although I had recognized that my mother and father and their belief system didn't resonate with me any longer, and I could move away from that, it was very difficult for me to come to a place of realizing that the many other mothers and fathers who it again probably very likely wanted, like had great intention to keep me safe and protect me, but they held me back too, because that belief system that I'm fundamentally in error and fundamentally going to be punished, that deep fear um, was keeping me from seeing the truth of who I was, and that I actually had permission by God to leave their teaching and appear even rebellious in many ways, without guilt, without shame and condemnation. That shame, that guilt, that condemnation was a chain that kept me in bondage to corruption. It kept me from being my true self, my full expression of Christ in this body, without fear of others' judgments. But now that I see how that has been operating in my life, and that is a belief system that isn't true, and that I don't have to fight my leaders. I don't have to fight those in authority. I don't have to fight them to take the kingdom by force, because if I do that, then the kingdom within suffers violence. So there's lots of turmoil within me, negativity, shame, just things that are not resonating with the truth of who I am. And the truth is, I am one with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And all the things that I do in the flesh are Christ doing them in the flesh, no matter how I perceive them, no matter how I judge them to be, because my understanding is based on what my mother and my father, or my leaders, my spiritual guides, whoever I placed value on, they were the ones that taught me my understanding. And so this is where I can let go of my understanding and trust the Lord with my whole heart. And so I'd like to breathe into that today, because like I said, I know that many of us who come to this particular breath work, we deal with a lot of that conflict within. Like, what if I actually am doing something wrong? If I'm following what I feel is right? What if I'm doing something wrong if it feels good to do a certain thing that other people have told me I shouldn't be doing? And that's a big block for many, many of us that keeps us held to that bondage of corruption. But this is the hope to which you have been called. So in that place where there's bondage to corruption, that's also the hope. So however deeply embedded that shame and grief and guilt and condemnation may be because it's holding you back so much, my guiding in our breathwork today will be for you to give yourself permission to be absolutely unapologetically you. Because the truth is, you are created in God's image. And what is God's image but love? God is love, and therefore you are love. And so in all the ways that we think, well, I'm really going to F it up, I'm really going to mess up, I'm going to want to go and kill somebody and do all these horrible things, let me put it out there that God would never do that. And you will never do that because you are made in the image of God. And the truth is, your truest self is light, is love, it's peace, it's patience, it's kindness, it's goodness, it's gentleness, it's faithfulness, and it's self-control. And so we're going to move even beyond the ability to white knuckle it and resist those feelings of rebellion and anger and frustration. And in this breath work, we're going to give permission for all of that to come to the surface, and we're going to love it all to death. We're going to love those angry feelings. We're going to love the deep, deep grief because you haven't been able to express your true self. We're going to allow all of whatever it is that's inside of you that creates the conflict, that tells you that if you do this that you think is good, it's going to cause you to be punished, that you are going to fail, that you are going to get beaten up, that you are going to be told that you're a bad person and that you're going to hell, whatever it may be. Let's breathe into acknowledging that in the flesh, nobody judges well. And those teachers in our lives, those mothers and those fathers, those pastors, those preachers, teachers, writers, leaders, their intention might have been very pure toward us, but the conflict inside of us might have skewed even the purest of intentions to make us feel that we're somehow not worthy to receive the truth, that we're somehow not worthy to receive the best. And so if that resonates with you today, that's how I will be guiding our breath work, is to leave behind with gentleness, with love, with compassion, with forgiveness toward all involved. Leave behind the mothers and the fathers and cleave again and again and again to your true self, the lover of your soul, your Christ self, who can just absolutely blow your socks off with the kind of life that he wants you to live, with the desires that he's put in your heart. So that will be what we're guiding on today. Let me just go over some quick housekeeping before we jump in. So if you have any of these contraindications to doing it with an open mouth, we'll be doing an open mouth breathe called conscious connected breath work. Simply do it with a closed mouth, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, because we want to make sure that you are absolutely supported and nurtured and nourished in your breath work, and it will be absolutely amazing. Just keep it slower and less activating. Doing it with an open mouth taps into your sympathetic nervous system, makes it feel a little bit more active, a little bit more fight, flight, that kind of sensation. And we don't want you to go there. If you have any of these, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder or psychosis, epilepsy, any heart conditions, COPD, a delicate pregnancy, high blood pressure or low blood pressure if you have fainting history, any PTSD or any recent major surgery. And also if you are on any kind of heavy medications or mind altering medicines, or if you've been having any kind of alcohol or anything like that, please don't go into an activated breath. You can still participate just in a very meditative receiving state, but please take care of your body and your system. And I'm going to demonstrate the breath as well, and show you how you can slow it down if you are doing the open breath and you want to slow it down. Maybe there's some really deep, heavy emotions that want to arise. You can simply let them come up and come back to the breath again. So let's do the technique with the open mouth. It's a connected breath, so there's no pausing between the inhale and exhale. And it is where we're conscious of the breath. So again and again, I will remind you to just come back to the simplicity of taking in that inhale, no matter what else is presenting. So let's take a few breaths together with a nice open mouth, like you're going to take a bite out of an apple. So a nice open mouth. And that's all you'll be doing for the entire breathwork session today, breathing in, letting go. So it's a nice active inhale, full body inhale, stretching out the abdomen, stretching out your chest on the inhale, and a simple letting go. If you need to move your body at any time, feel free to do so. Your body just might need to release the energy that way. You might want to shake. You might want to shake out your hands. If you get a tightening or a cramping, it's called tetany. You can simply slow that sensation down if it is unpleasant to you by breathing in through the nose and extending your exhale. And if as you do that, it will soften, and then you can come back into the breath that feels right for you on your journey. So with that, let's get settled into our breathing space. We'll be breathing to music, and you can do it sitting up if you'd like to, but just make sure your feet are flat on the floor and your back is supported. If you're breathing lying down, don't have too many pillows underneath your head because you want to keep your airway open. And without changing your breath, we're going to begin getting into the space, getting into the inner temple of your body, the temple of the Holy Spirit, this place of meeting you and Spirit, you and God, you and Father, you and Christ, you and angels, you and ancestors, your guides, the cloud of witnesses, whomever you feel will support you. And if it is just you and you in Source, let it be. And we're just taking a few breaths to settle our bodies and relax, and letting our bodies let go of any kind of tension. Beautiful. And we welcome in whomever you wish, whoever resonates with you. I love the Lord Jesus Christ and how I perceive him. I love Holy Spirit, for to me she is my mother. And I love my Father God. And I love to commune with all three of them together and even individually. Invite into your secret place, whomever you wish, because the one is already there. That love is already in the secret place. It is the Most High. And see if you can connect, see if you can cleave to that one. The invitation is to begin your breath journey. You may begin with a breath in through the nose and a sigh out through the mouth. If that feels luxurious to you, because right now we are just setting the stage. Beautiful. I'm just so grateful for those who come and join us live. So beautiful when we come together and breathe together and support one another with our breath. It's such a delight to father. That we come into this space to learn to love ourselves so that we can love others more. Simply coming back again and again to the breath. Feel the breath in the body. Opening up your heart to trust the Spirit a little bit more. Reminding you that you always do only what you know to do at the time, and you always do what you feel is best to do, no matter how anybody else summed it up, no matter how anybody else perceived it. And no matter how you even may have judged yourself, let go of your understanding. Let go of what your mother and father may have said. You are always innocent. Always pure, always motivated by love, by joy. So open up your heart to believe the truth of how God perceives you, beloved. Absolutely pure, absolutely guiltless, guilt-free, shameless, innocent. He will never look at you through the lens of condemnation. condemnation does not exist. He doesn't place any value on how others may have condemned you or judged you. He's high and far above that. Can you open your heart and step into your true self? The longing of your heart, the desire of your heart, who you truly desire to be, how you desire to create your life. Has nothing to do with following rules and regulations and structures. You already have all of that love intrinsically written on your heart. God's already put his law there. You don't need anybody else's interpretation, speculation, assertion. Breathe in the truth of who you are, the freedom to be yourself, because it is for freedom that Christ has set you free. He took all of that upon himself, all the judgment of the teachers, all the judgment of the Pharisees, all of their intimidation by him, by his greatness, all their wanting vengeance and rage against him. He took it upon himself so you could be free from the inner conflict, the turmoil of the guilt, of the shame, of the punishment. Beautiful, that's it. Yes. Some of you are feeling emotion, and this is the place to allow it to arise. Might even be strong feelings against those who might have judged you. Maybe hatred. Hatred is merely a sensation, an emotion, a feeling. Allow it to move through you. You will not act upon it. You will not murder anybody. It's okay to feel the sensation of the emotion and let it move through you without finding a place to land in you. Just like that. Open your heart to love. Breathe in life with this breath. Because even if that hatred felt as strong as death, love is as strong as death. Let love come in and love that hatred to death. Yes, that's it. You're doing it. Breathe in the truth. And if it becomes a bit uncomfortable or a bit challenging, maybe your body wants to jump up and run, Slow the breath. Just take a nice long inhale. Fill the belly. Fill your rib cage. Feel it open up. Take in that breath of life. Let it go slowly. You don't have to go fast. You don't have to make anything happen. Simply enjoy the communion between you and spirit, you and love, you and life. Beloved, you'll get there. Your desire will lead you there. God will protect you and keep you from stumbling. Breathe in and receive the help of the angels that lift you up lest you dash your foot against a stone. They too are available for you. Breathe them in. Maybe you're tired of fumbling around in the darkness and you don't know what voice to trust anymore because there's so many. And it seems like the more you try, the harder you push, the more you chase after something, the more you get injured, the more you get harmed, pushed down. Beloved, you have done nothing wrong. There's no condemnation for you. Breathe in the experience of the woman caught in adultery. Some say it was Mary Magdalene, whomever it was. She was caught in the very act the voices were accusing her. And her beloved, her lover, the lover of her soul, said, I do not condemn you. Go and be free and innocent to be yourself. Don't perceive yourself as separate anymore. Don't make wrong assumptions about yourself or about others anymore. There's no judgment for you. There's no condemnation for you, no matter what anybody says. For I have set you free. Breathe her in, the one who is set free. Set free so much so that even the teachers of Jesus, even the lawmakers, even the fathers and the mothers, they could not stand against his righteousness, his holiness, his love, his purity. Cleanse your conscience with his blood. He's your high priest for that reason. Letting go of the other voices, letting go of the other judgments, letting go of the other's perceptions, their assertions. Allow the feelings to come to the surface without ignoring them and suppressing them. They're there simply as a guide to show you where you have been out of alignment with the truth of your true self. That bad feeling isn't really bad. It's just a guide to show you, oh, I've simply been looking at this situation from a wrong perspective. I breathe in a higher perspective. I don't have to figure it out. I don't have to know it all. I don't have to have all the answers. Breathe it in. Just like that, beloved, just like that. Breathe in life and let go of your own understanding and perceptions. Let the water heal you. Beloved, feel free to put a hand on your body to support yourself as you breathe. Let the energy, the warmth of your hand convey to you how loved you are, how supported you are. Let your body know it's a beautiful temple. It's just stored some energies that have not been beneficial. They've felt heavy. They've made you believe certain things. That's okay. You've done nothing wrong. Breathe in the breath of life and let go of needing to figure it out. For this same breath that raised Christ from the dead now gives life to your mortal body. This Christ who was the Lamb that was slain before the foundation of the world, before you took your first breath, before even Adam or the world was created. That same Spirit raised that Lamb. You're doing it. You are so loved. And you know you should have been loved. You should have been allowed to be free and innocent. You were only being little. Give that back to the one who gave it to you to carry. It's not your armor to bear. The truth is, they're going to be relieved. They'll be relieved to take it back from you. Because you're living your truth, you're breathing your truth, the truth of who you are, and you came here to love, to be love, to show love, demonstrate love. Forgiveness, compassion, mercy. That's who you are, beloved. All the good things that God said that you are. Very good. Breathe it in. You got this. You got this. Tap if you need to tap on your body. Let your body move. It's simply releasing stuck energy, stuck emotions, stuck belief systems, kept you in patterns. It's okay. The body knows what to do, how to move. Moan if it helps to move the energy. Oh, cry if it releases. And come back again and again to yes. I want to live this life. I'm excited to live my life, my joy, my bliss. And beloved, if it is becoming a bit of a challenge, it's okay. Be gentle, be gracious with yourself. Slow the breath down. It will be supportive of you. You will get there where you want to be. You want it because it was put there by your higher self, by God, by Christ, by the One, by Source. That desire is there, put there for you to experience in the flesh. Feel free to cleave to that. The one inside of you, the source, the giver of life, Spirit, Christ, she, he, they're the ones who will lead you and guide you into all truth so that you can experience more and more and more bliss and joy with increasing righteousness, with increasing capacity to not judge, to not condemn, to not force your way into anything or upon anyone. You don't need to take anything from anybody. You don't need to cross anybody else's free will. Let them do what they want to do. Let them be how they want to be. Let them learn how they want to learn. They're here for their own selves. You're here for you. Breathe in the selflessness of being your true self. Just like Jesus did. Cleave to the one that you love. Cleave to the one who loves you. You know it not by image, not by shape, not by form, not by word, not by label. You know the one because you feel, you sense, you perceive, you are aware. Let there be light. Beautiful. You guys are doing so well. Oh, it's beautiful. Breathing for one another. We're here supporting one another. That's beautiful. Breathe and let go. Let go of your understanding, how you've perceived things to be right or wrong, how you've decided that this must be right, this must be the way, and that other way is wrong. Let go of the way that your feelings have brought confusion. And breathe into the lightness, the ease of truth. My yoke is easy, my burden is light. Anything else is not his. There's no pressure. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You really, really don't. You're still going to be loved. You don't have to fill anybody else's image or vision of how you're supposed to be. You already are the fullness of Christ. It is finished. Breathe, and in your awareness, you may be experiencing emotion or sensation that might be from lack, from a place of negativity or darkness. It's okay. Just sit with it as much as you can and breathe. Allow this breath to give life to you, to give space to you, so you don't have to fight that feeling. You don't have to wrestle it. You don't have to let it hijack you and tell you who you are. Oh, it's so good. This is cleansing your conscience, beloved. This is a true and pure, compassionate, righteous conscience that's not motivated by guilt, not motivated by fear, not motivated by shame or lack or wanting to create an image of yourself, feeling like you're not enough. Cleanse your conscience with this breath. Take in what you can. Let go of what no longer serves you, what no longer feels beneficial. Let go of the heaviness. Breathe in the lightness, the ease.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you're doing it. Receive life. Because death has been swallowed up in victory. And it's for you. Be the victor that you've been called to be. Be the overcomer that you've been called to be. Being grateful for all the ways that you've got to learn in all the days of your life that maybe you might have even perceived as waste or ineffectual. Maybe you felt like you haven't made the impact you really wanted to make. It's okay, there's still time. There really is. You've got eternity. Step into Christ,
Absolutely
who
not.
holds it all for you, in you, as you. He sees it all. Christ sees it all. You don't need to see it all. It's already there. Let him draw you one step at a time to the place that he has prepared for you, that where he is, you may be also. One breath at a time. No need to force anything to happen. No need to condemn yourself for not knowing it all. Maybe you felt like you've never been supported by anybody. Breathe in the support that you need. Christ is there for you. Angels are there for you. Living beings are there for you. Those who have crossed over and are in the cloud of witnesses are there for you, beloved.
Absolutely not.
Breathe them in. Even if your mind can't figure it out, breathe in this life. Even the wind and the waves obey him, beloved. You're not going to drown. He won't let you. You're not going to get sucked up into some realm or vortex that you don't want to be in. He won't let you. He's got you. He's got you. You are the apple of his eye. You are the one that he gazes on constantly, forever, because you are one with him and he is one with you. Yeah. Come back, come back. Remember, remember. You're not naked. You're not uncovered. He's got you. He created skin for Adam. All Adam had to do was ask. He didn't have to run into the trees and hide and be ashamed. He could have felt the sensations and said, Papa, I don't feel well. Mama, I don't feel well. Love me. I know you're here. I can't see you right now. Please come to me. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Beautiful, you're doing so well. This is the last song of connected breathing. We're going to keep breathing, keep the breath moving, however it feels beneficial to you. And beloved, we are coming back from our journeys, wherever you may have wandered with your being, with your breath, with your mind, your thoughts, your imagination. We're all coming back now more fully into the present moment, into the body, grounding into love. We are rooted and grounded in love. Come back into the body. You might want to rub your chest or your belly, maybe even your forehead or the back of your head. Might even feel good to give yourself a head scratch, massage. Move your shoulders as we come back and keep breathing. Taking a nice full body breath again. Letting it out. Breathing in again. However it feels good for you. You're purifying and clarifying how you hear the one voice, the lover of your soul. How you hear the spirit and the bride say, come. How you hear the voice of the bridegroom, the one voice. This is bringing clarity. So you don't have to listen to any other voice, any voice that pops into your head. You don't have to identify with it. You don't have to say, that's who I am. And so as we come back into the body and we integrate the truth of who we are and how we hear, and trusting the Spirit to lead us and guide us into all truth, not going ahead, not falling behind. Let's take one last inhale together in 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, letting go, coming back to your normal breath for this last song.
I know it's all you've got to just be strong. And it's a fight just to keep it together. I know you think that you are too far gone, but hope is never lost. Hope is never lost. Hold on, don't let go. Hey, hold on, don't let go. Just stay one step closer. Put one foot in front of the other. You'll get through this. Just follow the light in the darkness. You're gonna be okay.
Love it. I know you're going to be okay. And with that, I just want to say thank you to those who came live, and we will have a time of sharing. And I'm going to stop the recording so we can do that. For those who are watching the recording, thank you so much for breathing with us. I really, really mean that. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for healing yourself, loving yourself, freeing yourself. Thank you. And I am offering breathwork 1-to-1 with those who feel called for a discounted price right now. So reach out to me if you're interested. I'll give you the details about that. You can reach me at hello@bornagainbreathwork.com or on my Instagram or Facebook. I send you my blessings. Make sure you're fully grounded before you move on to the next part of your day and reach out at any time. I love you. Blessings, friends.